Hello, my fellow gamers. Gamerdude back once again with another episode in our Just a Fact series. I can't believe we're on episode 45 now. Thanks so much for supporting this series, by the way, as well, guys. I do appreciate it. So, first of all, before we get down to business, allow me to wish y'all a very happy Christmas and New Year. Hope y'all get plenty of new games. So then, let's get right down to business. We are back on the remaster or remake bandwagon, as it appears another long-thought dead game series, a series which we haven't actually seen since the year 2000, could be making a return. Yes, as you can see from the title, it is indeed Dino Crisis. Now, for those of you who may not know what Dino Crisis is, if you weren't born into it, or if you don't know what it is, that is, it's basically a rip-off of Jurassic Park mixed in with some Resident Evil horror jump scare moments. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Dino Crisis back on the PS1. But in today's modern age of gaming, it's not something we really need. Nor is it something we want, for that matter. Now, personally, I would have thought Capcom would be working on newer titles. Perhaps even a reboot of Dead Rising. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Before I make this like a debate about what should or should not be done on Capcom's behalf, let's move on to the facts. So it would appear that Capcom has seemingly doubled down on its efforts to remake and remaster some of its most beloved IPs, and Dino Crisis could be the next on the list. Following the success of the Resident Evil 2 remake earlier this year, and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remake has also been announced, let's add. So it looks like it won't be ending there. It's been revealed via a source that I will not name, just in case I get screwed over for it, but yeah, it's been revealed by a trustworthy source that Capcom has registered for a number of new trademarks, including the likes of Dino Crisis and Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers being a game that we haven't seen for a number of years as well. So, the news comes that the trademark applications in Japan, specifically referencing Dino Crisis, and there's actually a tweet that went out, and I had to translate this because it was written in Japanese. Application date 29th of the 11th 2019. If you're American, I'm sorry, I'm British. That's how we do the dates here in Britain. We do it backwards to you, or you do it backwards to us. I don't know, but yeah, that's how I translated it. Anyway, moving on. Capcom Incorporated category Class 9 in brackets machinery, product service, game program, and others. So what that tells me is that because I've tweeted it, it's not like they're wanting to keep it a big secret. If they wanted to keep it a big secret, they'd upload like a picture of a dinosaur claw or something, and then just leave it at that. But this tells me that they are looking for a new trademark for it. They're looking for just a new base for the game, possibly a new game. I don't know, but it seems like it would be a remaster or a remake. So, continuing on, other trademarks reportedly filed by Capcom include Power Stone, one I've never even heard of, Rockman, another I've never even heard of, and Vampire, better known to us as Darkstalkers, which again is one that we haven't seen for a number of years. I mean, personally, I never played it, but if you were a fan of the originals, it would be great to see it return, because even though I didn't play it, I know it was very popular. So, as always, before we all get our hopes too high, if you're a fan of Dino Crisis, that is, take the news with a pinch of salt until we get an official word from the godly gaming powers from above. However, this does align with information released by Capcom last year. During an investor meeting back in summer of 2018, a representative for Capcom was asked what the company was planning for the future. And Capcom responded, they weren't secretive about it, they responded with this. Regarding remakes and re-releases of titles in our back catalogue, we expect to explore these further with a variety of properties as part of our strategy to utilise our library of IPs. So, that's to be taken, not to be taken lightly, That's basically confirming that they are going to be remastering stuff. Maybe they'll remaster the original Dead Rising game, or Marvel vs. Capcom. We just don't know yet, because they haven't said anything official. But this is promising news, for fans of earlier Capcom games, that is. I mean, like I said, I was a fan of Dino Crisis on the PS1, but I don't think we need it for the PS4. I don't think we need it for this generation. Some games are better left where they were, before they get completely just ruined. So yeah, moving on. At the time, it was speculated that, of course, the strategy to utilise the library of IPs could refer to Dino Crisis. Here's hoping that a remake or remaster of this horror game isn't actually on the cards, because as I said, it's not needed in today's modern age of gaming. I mean, kids today wouldn't know what it was. Kids would just think it was Jurassic Park. They wouldn't know to ask their parents for Dino Crisis for Christmas or birthdays. They'd be like, that dinosaur game, and then the parents would probably get them Jurassic World. But it was, in spite of my criticism, one of Capcom's most beloved series next to Dead Rising. Dino Crisis has had fans begging for a remake for a number of years now, making it a likely choice for a reboot in Capcom's eyes. But as I said at the start of this video, it would make a lot more sense for them to focus on newer titles. With the next generation of consoles coming, it would be nice to see a remake of Dead Rising, a new Dead Rising game, another Marvel vs. Capcom game, or a remake of the Marvel vs. Capcom game. But again, that's back on the remake remaster bandwagon, so that's something we really don't want to see anymore. But while Capcom's revisit to Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is planned for April 2020, could we be seeing the reveal for Dino Crisis or any of their other beloved iconic titles around about the same time? We just don't know. All we know is what Capcom have said themselves. And like I said, this isn't a channel where I say, I'm right, listen to me, I know everything, just, I'm the god of all games. No. I only bring you what I find in terms of research. So, anyone can find this information anywhere, but just in case, you didn't know about it, this is why I started this Just the Facts series, because most of my information comes from PlayStation posts on Facebook and whatnot. So, half the time it's probably bullshit anyway. There's probably about 25% of it that's actually true. That is why I say I am not one of those YouTubers that says, I'm always right, this is coming, listen to me. And then when it finally comes out a few weeks later, I release a video saying, oh yeah, I got this wrong, but I was right about this and I was wrong about that. Just trying to give myself a little bit of credibility by saying I was wrong, but I was also right. No, I'm not that kind of guy. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Capcom should move on to the future? Do you think they should focus on other priorities, on newer titles, or just... Do you think they've got on the bandwagon of every other developer lately and decided that, you know what, fuck it, we can't be asked making anything new, so we're just going to re-release a re-release of a re-release of another re-release, which basically seems like what's happening these days. But yeah, don't hesitate to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would be really happy to hear your thoughts and feelings on this. I mean, especially if you're a Dino Crisis fan, original Dino Crisis fan, that is, because it was a great game for its time, although as I said, it did have that Jurassic Park / Resident Evil vibe to it. It was still a great game, and it was still very fun to play, and it was actually quite difficult as well for its time. The graphics were a bit shit, it was very pixelated, but it was PS1, it was expected. But anyway, that is it for this episode, as that was all I could find. But I hope you all enjoyed it nonetheless, and I hope I expanded your gaming knowledge and gave you an inside look into Capcom's future. So, unfortunately, this will be my last video for the holiday break. Try not to miss me too much. But not to worry, I will be dropping a Merry Christmas message on Christmas Day, and I may even upload some footage from some of my new games I'm definitely bound to acquire on Christmas Day. Yeah, content will resume as normal on the 29th of December when I am back home, because, you know, I'm currently with family at the moment. So anyway, shout out to all subscribers, old and new. We have finally hit that amazing 1K goal, and I can't thank you all enough for the continuous support and views of my content. I will continue to bring you the best content I can, and I hope you really enjoy it. All my videos of which are in a playlist for your convenience if you do want to check those out. If you are new to the channel and enjoyed this video or any of my other content, make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe. I always sub back to new subscribers. So that being said then, this has been Just the Facts with Gamerdude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in a few weeks, guys.